Good morning. I'm Sarah Owen with the Southwest Florida Community Foundation, SARAHOWEN. And you are already hearing the outpouring of generous thoughts. And as I watched coverage from this room and got the warnings from this room and followed closely the storm and the local meteorologist, they were predicting things. They predicted the storm was coming. We knew that we were going to be hard hit. But at the Community Foundation, we were doing our own predictions. We predicted post-storm that this community would come together with the financial support that we need for disaster relief and recovery. And today we're here to really not announce the launch of the fund, because the fund itself was launched 2 days prior to the storm, thanks to the predictions that we got from this community. We wanted this fund to be up and operational, so immediately post-storm there would be a safe portal where anyone, individuals, communities, businesses, could safely give to a known entity. I want to caution everyone that there are people who establish funds that are not known entities. This is not the time to give to organizations you are not familiar with. And so through partnerships with the United Way and their network of agencies, other grassroots agencies throughout the region. Today we're focused on Lee County, but this fund supports all of Southwest Florida. And through partnerships with the Community Foundation of Collier County, the Community Foundation of Charlotte, and our partners in Henry and Glades, we can get money directly to those communities in need. When you access the fund, you can go to floridacommunity.com. That's floridacommunity.com. But we understand right now that people are trying to access power and internet. You can also text to give. If you text GIVE SWFL, give SWFL to 444-999, you can give right from your smartphone. And any amount makes a huge difference. We're getting calls and texts every day with people saying, how can we help? And I know that you all too are getting those calls, Cliff. And people in this region are really fast to react. They want to give back. Our prediction was right. I have to tell you, post-storm, I was so encouraged because one of the very first phone calls I got was from one of the owners of the Fort Myers Miracle. And he was out of town, and he said, oh, I'm so glad I got somebody right away. We want to give. And I'm going to tell you, the storm had only been gone for a couple of hours. And then I knew that our predictions were solid. And since then, I want to really introduce you to people that have stepped up early to really inspire through leadership others to step forward and give. And we've got a few of them here today. We've got several folks from J.P. Morgan Chase. They had reached out pre-storm saying, listen, if this impact is great, don't worry, we're going to be here for the community. And I'm so glad that Bonnie Bolton of J.P. Morgan Chase, who's a senior vice president and area manager for Fort Myers and Naples, so she knows needs across the region, is here with us. And Tom DeMoores, also a director in the Naples market, is here today. And we want to thank them for a $100,000 donation that they have made to the fund. And it was really remarkable to get that initial gift, and we were very encouraged by that. And then many of you have seen the news already that the Red Sox, the Boston Red Sox, and the Minnesota Twins organizations, I love seeing them come together, right? You know, there can be time on the field, but when it's time for the community, it's time to come together. And they really, both of their organizations took the lead and yesterday announced a partnership where each organization is contributing $100,000 to the fund. And what's exciting about that is they want to get their fans involved, because you know, part of the year here, we welcome and host so many of their fans from their respective hometowns, and we know those people care about Southwest Florida too. So I'm really excited. Thank you so much. Katie Haas is here. She's the Vice President of Florida Business Operations for the Boston Red Sox, and she's joined by Mark Weber, who's Manager of Florida Business Operations for the Minnesota Twins Baseball Club. And I love seeing them standing here together, representing both of their teams. Those are just a few of the gifts. Currently, we have about $500,000 raised, and that sounds like a lot of money. But I can look over this direction and tell you it's just got to be the beginning. And so to spur more giving on, we've got a couple of matches that have been issued, challenge gifts by people in the community, because they want you to know that whatever size gift you give, they're going to be there to match it. We're very excited to report that the Richard M. Schultz Family Foundation has issued a $50,000 match specifically for Lee County. So all of you folks wanting to support Lee County, when you go on Text to Give or Give to the Fund on our website, you can select your county of where you want your money directed. And the Schultz Foundation will match up to $50,000. We also had a group of private philanthropists contact us yesterday. You'll recognize many of these names. Georgianne and Cliff Williams, Norman Love Confections, Mary and Norman Love, Bill and Caroline Bloomhall, and Finemark National Bank and Trust, Joanne and Joe Caddy. They have come together to also issue a $50,000 match. So today, this morning, we have a $100,000 match on the table. So if you are with a business that's trying to figure out how to reach out and help, if you're an individual that says, I know that Southwest Florida is suffering, and you may be hearing this from a totally different part of the country, but you've got ties here and you know that we need your help. Please, now is the time to give, because these matches can be fully realized, and we can work to build getting this fund to $1 million by the beginning of next week is really the goal. We're going to need this money now for much of what Cliff described. Those stories are coming into the 211 line, but everyone needs to know we're also going to need money for restoration. Folks who have lost wages, people who are out of work. Once these waters recede, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. So the Community Foundation really sees their role as being this portal for coordinated giving. The more money that we can get flowing into one single source and then distribute to the frontline people, the people that Cliff mentioned, all this money is being gathered for one purpose. We want to move money to nonprofits who are helping individuals in need. That's our goal. And this coordinated effort really facilitates that. So please know that it's a trusted source, and you know that the money is going right to those front lines around the region that needs it. We're very excited about others who have provided funding to the funds, and those you can access. You can see another list of names, folks like Scott Fisher Enterprises, and other businesses that are beginning to contribute to the fund. Those will all be in your press release, and you can access it on the website. Thank you so much to each of you for stepping up in this leadership role, because I know it's going to inspire others. And thank you so much to all that your teams have done to keep the region safe.